How to stop freezing up in conversations. This is a hard one for a lot of people, and I honestly understand why, given our upbringings, given how society has told us to be, getting shut up as a kid, being told to hush all the time. There's a lot of reasons for why people nowadays are gonna tend to freeze up during conversations, feel stifled, have these speech blocks that make them not that pretty much stop you from being yourself in the present moment, which is when you want to be yourself. When is a better time to be yourself than the present moment? You know what I mean? So one thing I'm going to say is that obviously if you're in a situation where you feel like you can't get what it is that you want to say out, obviously how you feel in this situation is uncomfortable. And what I believe has happened is that instead of being fight or flight, you've just went to the freeze. You're not fighting, you're not running away, but you've just frozen. You're like a deer in the headlights. And in the wild, this is a trait that can honestly sometimes allow you to live. You know, you freeze up in front of a bear. Maybe he just thinks you're not a threat anymore, or he, ends up chasing after something that's moving because you stayed still for so long. There's a lot of reasons for why, hereditarily or in your genes, you're freezing up. And even getting to the genes, I mean, what if in your DNA, there's people that, spoke their truth and died while speaking their truth, or something crazy like that. This is all things that I do believe, go into the reasons why people could be stifled today. I mean, in as much as the trauma that you accrued in this lifetime during your own childhood, a lot of us are dealing with traumas and stuff that are even more in depth and that are impacting us from things that happened in just our lineage and in our in our ancestral history. There's reasons for why you're dealing with certain traumas passed on from your parents, etc. So this isn't really a thing about thinking it's your fault. It's really just, let's get to the solution. Let's just heal already, And in this healing, for some people, they have to get down to the actual root cause for a specific reasoning. They need to know the exact reason for why it is that they're feeling this trauma. And for other people, they just need to fix the trauma. It doesn't matter where it's from. And that's what I'm starting to realize a lot more. It doesn't matter where the trauma's from. It just matters what are the exercises and steps that we can do in order to take care of them. One of these tips I'm going to give you is a pretty difficult one. And what it is going to be is that you have to actually learn how to lean into the most awkward feelings in yourself. Like when you're in a situation that you start to feel nervous in, you can't run from it anymore. You have to, I would say fight, but more so than fight, it's allow yourself the capacity to feel the negative emotion. When someone starts to feel sad, one person who doesn't like to look at their emotions will ignore that sadness. But what you need to do is start to lean into that sadness. You need to literally accept the sadness, accept the awkward feeling that you're feeling when you're trying to speak with someone. Literally in your head, you be like, oh yeah, I know that the awkward feeling's coming. Let's go. I'm going to lean into that awkward feeling. And the more that you do this, it's going to start to lessen the tension that it's having on you. Because at the end of the day, this is fear. This isn't real. It's fear. False evidence appearing real. And what happens when you start to lean into the fear is the fear dwindles away, because the strength and the power that where this hold that is placed over you, why it has so much power, is because you believe in it. When you are actually accepting of it, when you are willing for it to actually happen, that's when all of a sudden its power goes away from you. It's like the kid who's scared of the monster that's in the closet. This monster that's supposedly in the closet has so much power over the kid, because the kid is so scared to look in the closet. When you finally just look in the closet, when you just get up out of your bed, storm over to the closet and open up the door, when you finally do that, the fear wasn't really that big. Like, the fear wasn't really something that could have ever done something to you. It just so strongly feels like it. So that's really what I've learned is such a powerful thing, is just accepting your anxiety and leaning into your anxiety. Like literally, like, it's wartime, you know what I mean? Like, there could be someone who's dropping into the war zone, like in a war. Like, think about, there's two different people. There's one person who they're getting dropped into the war zone, and they're shaking in their boots. They're scared. They're like shaking. They like barely could even grab their gun and hold their gun, and blah, blah, blah. And then there's the wartime person that you probably don't want to see on the battlefield, who's like, let's go. Like, this is time. Not like, I'm ready. I've been working on my shots. I've been doing everything. Now it's time to go. He's just landing into the battlefield and is ready to accept what is to come. And this social landscape that we're in today's day and age, we are truly blessed to not necessarily have to go to war with our neighbor. Like, our genes still feel like we are. Like, a lot of the times, the feelings that we're feeling are way more intense than the actual situation that's happening at hand, especially in this social media age, in the age where everything's on your phone, in the age where we have way more protection than any of our prior ancestors or people that came prior to us. But the DNA, but how we feel, our emotions are still tied to them. So it's like you feel like you're running away from a tiger, but in reality, someone's just texting you, or something stressful is happening on your social media page, and you feel like a tiger's attacking you. Like, it's crazy the times that we live in, man. And one more thing that is going to help you in these situations where you notice yourself freezing up is you have to be okay with owning your goofiness and owning your slip-ups. Yes, we all want to, be able to present ourselves and speak to other people in the best way possible, but it's gonna do you a big injustice. If you continue to put yourself on such a high pedestal that when you mess up, it takes so much out of you, rather than just a little slip up in your back. You know, if you are starting a conversation with someone and you start freezing up, one guy just spirals into this anxiety. He just spirals into this anxious loop of having trouble making eye contact with a person, or still trying to get out some bullshit thing he was trying to say, and is just putting so much angst and tension on himself. But one guy starts to speak, freezes up, and just laughs at himself and just be like, I can't talk today. Let's try that again. Or, just make light of the situation. When you make light of the situation, when you mess up, it is going to enable and allow people that are around you to feel more comfortable, and it allows them to be themselves when they are in your presence. And this is going to make more people want to talk to you. This is going to make more people want to be around you, because at the end of the day, man, we're all human. We all only really have so much to say. Like, if you're not Albert Einstein, a genius, like, and it just are downloading, you know, limitless information and spewing it out, man, there's only so much that you really have to say. It's more about the energy that you're bringing. It's more about you being comfortable, and if you're not being comfortable, you just being yourself. So you accepting that you are uncomfortable right now and stuff like that. It's like things like this is the direction you want to move in. If you're communicating with someone and you slip up and they're like weighing it over you excessively, or they're on this high pedestal, you don't really want to be friends with this person anyway. Like, they act like their shit doesn't stink, and I think we all know what roses really smell like. Man, thanks guys. Another banger video, how to stop freezing up in conversations. I'm going to be dropping more informative content, helping you express yourself at a higher level, helping you communicate at a higher level, and other tips and tricks. You guys already know the vibes. Purified Hustle. This is another episode of the Communications for the Nations playlist. I'm going to be making more videos just like this, so stay tuned. Thanks. Peace.